This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Well, another trending music video featuring magic and witchcraft. And I gotta point it out to you because I want you to see the repetition here. Now, I don't know who this Hayley Kiyoko is, but apparently she's a big rising star. Apparently, she's another product of the Disney CIA mind control operation. Because she came through the Disney system. What a coincidence, right? Just like all these kids, Miley Cyrus, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. The list is long. Ariana Grande, Nickelodeon, Disney, same difference. Where they mind control these kids, they have them, fans, they develop a fan base, and then they become slutty and all this other stuff. Now, before I show you this video, which is just an exact copycat of Little Mix, pretty much, there's nothing original about it. You would think, right? Like, since these people are such artists, like, what if somebody did a music video and they just did Thriller, but they did it, and they were just, pretending like nobody's done it before? Wouldn't people call it out and be like, yeah, is he copying Thriller? I mean, that's pretty lame, right? Write your own stuff. It just seems like nobody notices all of these videos where there's girls in a circle doing spells, drinking potions, levitating, and suddenly, becoming almost demonically possessed in the way that they dance because they're trying to chase after boys and girls at school who don't like them. In this case, of course, it's the girl chasing another girl because what would the world be if we weren't promoting the LGBT to the youth on YouTube? It would be a strange place at this point because the only videos that end up trending are videos that promote that. Now, this is a woman who calls herself Lesbian Jesus. I repeat, Lesbian Jesus. That's what they call her. Now, that's a little offensive to us who believe in Jesus Christ, who know Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. But of course they could do stuff like that. And they could say things like that. I can't even call someone I can't even call a gay person what I really want to call. But they can say and do whatever they want. So she calls herself the Lesbian Jesus. You can see in her video here, the girls are in a circle. They drink the potion, right? They start to chant their witchcraft spell, which is what they do. And then suddenly everybody's demonically possessed and they're doing really embarrassing dance moves. You can even see behind her the bird cage. I've covered the bird cage before. It's another symbol that we see all the time, right? From Taylor Swift being in the cage, Britney Spears. The bird cage is another MK Ultra mind control symbol, just like we see with the leopard print clothing, okay? She is enslaved mentally. I mean, this is no surprise because she comes from Disney. She has handlers. She's a sex slave for these people. I don't know if this woman, I guess she is a lesbian, right? Because she calls herself Lesbian Jesus. We go out, throughout the video, that's all you see is just the magic going on and just pretty much a ripoff and an exact duplicate to Little Mix. Now you'd say, well, why do we see this all the time? Well, this is how they indoctrinate children, right? So now, even on top of it, it's the same story. Ooh, girls do spell. The spell makes the hot guy like the nerdy girl, or the hot girl like the nerdy girls now, because they have to change that theme, because of course they do. Because they've completely normalized this sexually towards kids. 20 years ago, wouldn't fly. Now, can't talk against it, can't speak out against it, or it's hate speech and you'll be thrown off YouTube, you'll be thrown out, you'll be cast out into society as a bigot and a hateful person. Well, guess what? I'm allowed to believe what I want to believe, and if you can't see that there's an agenda behind this, then you just aren't paying attention. So, Hayley here, not only promoting that, but happens to be promoting witchcraft. Boy, I am in total shock. Are you guys in shock? Can you believe it? Just more witchcraft? She has other songs like Girls Like Girls, just another one of her infamous songs. I'm reading about it here. It says, perhaps Kiyoko will be the first after the Girls Like Girls video scored millions of views on YouTube. She signed with Major Atlantic. And I mean, the music is just... I just don't even understand how people listen to this stuff. But they're all spells anyway. I know, we're crazy though, right? Because we believe in this stuff. Because people are so prideful. They love their heroes here. And And this article says it's almost been 10 years since Katy Perry first sang I Kissed a Girl just to try it, with the immediate caveat, quote, I hope my boyfriend don't mind it. Since then, the song has been reassessed as evidence of a culture that fetished queerness and feared it. Even Perry has offered an apology of sorts. She said, if I had to write the song again, I probably would make an edit on it. But when Hayley first heard it in her teens, she was ecstatic. She said there was nothing out there like it. And she said she had a crush on a teacher when she was 7. But this was the first time she had heard a song that associated queer lust with joy, a welcome break from the shame she had been carrying. It was a very exciting moment, she says. She says, of course I wished that it was a gay girl singing, but I was like, that's going to be me. That's what she says, even though she has no singing ability whatsoever. It says her hunch was right. Although it took some time, now 26, Kiyoko has been performing since she was 5. As a child actor, she appeared in Nickelodeon and Disney before landing roles in teen films. Her music career got off to a wobblier start. She joined a bubblegum girl group called The Stunner. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that part. Let's get to the fact that this girl who was preaching this stuff is, you can't, see, if we say anything negative about her, it's hate speech because she's gay. But she could refer to herself as the lesbian Jesus, and we're supposed to just say, oh, that's fine, that's okay. It is a hypocrisy that we live in. It's an absolute abomination that we live in. This world has become nothing more than a massive abomination. And the fact that we can't defend our beliefs, but they can mock our beliefs, and we certainly can't question their lifestyles, but they can question ours, is going to lead to a massive uprising at some point. Now, not a violent uprising, no weapons, no guns, but we're going to use our swords, which are going to be our tongues. Because we're going to show people, we're going to convince them through facts, through repetition, showing them this stuff that I'm showing you here on this channel, that there has been a massive takeover from the occult. The occult revival, like that Time magazine cover once said, is very real. And we have Satanists in power. We have witches in power. And you can see all the agendas that are pushed through the mainstream media are all things that are an abomination to God, because this is what the occult does. They take the Bible and they read it backwards. No, they don't flip through it and read it backwards. They look at God, our Father in heaven, as evil. And their job, when they are, baptized in the occult, into Satanism, one of the things that's commanded of them is to break the 10 Commandments. And then the rest of the way that they live their life is to do the opposite of what God says. This is part of what the mystery schools teach, right? That, they found the real key to life because they read the Bible and interpret it the other way. So they're so smart, they're so just gifted, and oh boy, they found out the secrets. So what that means is that they worship Lucifer. And they believe that Lucifer, the fallen angel Lucifer, is the god of this world, is really the good one. So they do all these things to lead people away from God and damn their souls by having them do all things that are an abomination to God, like witchcraft, sorcery, LGBT, all this type of stuff. And then they make it look through the media like we want people dead, like we hate people, like we're the ones, the stories with the priests, right, with the children. We're the Christians are the ones doing that stuff. Pretty sick, pretty twisted, right? But this isn't going to last for long, especially with the oppression that's going on YouTube as far as Christian channels, my channel. Because I said it before, the biggest mistake they can make is trying to do this to me and try to demonetize me and try to make it so I can't upload. Because I will make this a living hell for all involved. And I don't mean that as a physical, violent threat. I mean, I'm not going to go away, okay? Because when somebody messes with me, I get pissed. When they try to mess with what I'm doing or they try to mess with my speech, I get real pissed. And I make it my job 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure that I will irritate them to the fact that, to the point of submission on their end. So, be forewarned. And that's not a threat. So this is just another song that happens to be trending. Nobody knows who this girl really is. Hayley, Kiyoko, the music sucks, but why do you think it's trending, right? Because they want to promote witchcraft, sorcery, magic to girls. They want to say you could do spells, and then the girl that you love, or the boy that, well, usually it's the other way, right? Where the girls want to get the hot, football player, like The Craft or those types of things. Those types of movies we've seen over and over. And so by doing the spell, like Little Mix and everyone else we've seen do it a million times, suddenly they're attractive. Everybody wants to be their friend. They're the most popular girls, right? Now, of course, they twist it where the girls are actually trying to date the girls. So, no agenda behind it, though, folks. It's there. It's right in front of our faces. It's not hard to miss. The only way you can miss this stuff is if you literally are wearing blindfold. Or you're just naive, or you're just a Satanist, and you hate Christianity, and you hate the things that we discuss and the stuff we call out. But guess what? God has given us eyes to see and ears to hear. And we're not stopping until our heads are cut off and our tongues are cut out. As long as I have a voice, I'm going to use it. And thank you for listening to today's show. Keep your kids away from this crap. God bless all of you and your families.